I don't even know if they work in this stage. Cause this might not have. Wow, this is so ID locked, really. Oh shit, and we don't have Drebin in this VR thing, so we can't. I actually didn't know that. You cannot unlock them. Whatever, who cares? Look at how many fucking guns you have at MGS4. Why? He has some really obscure, but really good guns as well. I really wish MGS5 had something like this. With, you know, each gun's description, model, and everything. Or maybe, even better, would have been somewhere where you can call Drebin about the guns he's selling you, right? That would make too much sense. The most powerful automatic pistol. And they all have all these, not really just flavored text, it's some real life information as well. Okay, what was I looking for? That's not a handgun, that's a grenade launcher attached to it. I don't even know why I have all this shit on. But yeah, in terms of just crazy guns, like for example, we have the rifle that the Gurlukovich soldiers have in MGS2. Why? I don't know. Apparently we needed more assault rifles. It's so fucking random. The AN-94. And this is actually one of the strong points about MGS4. The detail they put in guns, both in terms of realism and just, you know, little details are programmed into the game, and the description, the appearance and everything. The way the different calibers behave, the way you just notice things as you use the guns. There's people out there who think MGS5 is the best, like, guns or most satisfying guns, whatever, in the series. Absolutely not. MGS4 has real thought and details put into the guns, and there's so fucking many of them. Like the AN-94 has its unique 2-shot burst, as it should, or it's most noticeable with, where is it, the M82. I don't know if it shows up in this weird, like, a VR arena thing, but let's see. Take a look at the spent casing here. Snake has a tendency to do what Ocelot does in MGS3. Each time he reloads, with rifles at least, he reloads, he cycles around, even if you don't need to. So now, if we look at that one, you can see that it still has the actual bullet in it. So the one that was, if I can find it, the one that was fired doesn't have the bullet. The one that was just ejected manually has the bullet. Which is just how it is. Something as detailed and tiny as that. Find me something like that in MGS5. Yeah, he does that with rifles, but not with handguns. Or let me see this. You could say that this is Fat Man's gun. The Glock 18C, the C being the compensator, which is basically those holes at the top of the barrel. which eject the gas, so pushing the gun down in full auto mode. This is a very highly illegal weapon. Oh man, and depending on where you are, the 33 round magazine is also very highly illegal, but it's essentially an automatic Glock 17. So you have that. Now that the slide is locked, let's see. I think he just uses the slide release. If there's something like that. It's also really cool that if you aim in first person, in auto aim, you can turn the camera around. I don't think he even touches the slide release though. Maybe he's just too fast. It's fucking Snake after all. But yeah, he doesn't do that with handguns, just rifles. How many guns do I own now that I'm in the USA? Yeah. Whoa, fuck are you aiming at? Oh. And one thing that's curious, actually, they don't seem to have bought the rights to actually use the markings or the brands on handguns. There's no H&K marking at all where it should be, like on the grip there. But I guess you still need the license to use the appearance. So yeah, there's no markings. This just makes me so very mad about the fake fucking guns in MGS5. Like ever since MGS1, or you could argue even before then. Like Metal Gear 2 had a very realistic, at least in the fucking intro credits, realistic looking 92FS. Which actually kind of sucks that you don't get one in this game. We gotta go get Eva's gun, of course. And there's the whole business with the fixed magazine, the chamber being larger than it should be because it's a 45 ACP version, and that's another thing that's reflected. There's, although this isn't technically real, all the modifications the Big Boss made to the 1911 in MGS3, you can see all of those, including the grip. And just about everything that he talks about in that really long call in MGS3. And then this thing is absolutely crazy, the way the magazine works. I think it's in the description, yeah. It's even crazier than the P90's magazine. It's kind of similar, I guess. And then, okay, let's fire some shit. Let's see if this works here. So this has... because the flintlock gun has a special effect. When fired in a certain place, there's a chance that divine wind will blow. I don't know if it works here, but in the actual game, if you have wide enough space, which technically this should qualify, but depends. I don't know, we'll see. There's, I believe, a 33% chance that you'll get the tornado, divine wind, and then the reload process is as realistic as you would expect. Snake is just really good at it. It's a really slow process. And this just sucks in terms of the gun itself, but yeah, I don't know if it works. I think it's 33 or 25% chance that something will happen. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna happen here. Probably not. It would have to be somewhere in the game. It depends on the location. It has to be a wide area with lots of enemies. Technically, this we'd think it would qualify, but apparently not. Because it's just a VR training thing. Oh well. Nah, the bullet doesn't need to hit. Nah, that sucks. I don't have a way of showing you guys. Yeah, there's no wind in VR. And then you have another thing that I can't really show here. But I guess you can see in the top right, each gun has its own, like, damage, shock, penetration, stability, reload values, and locked on distance, but whatever. So for example, around like the 5.7, you can see here, or the P90, of course, if I can find it. Oh, actually penetration is only B. I thought it would be S or something. Okay, that's not really the way it should work, but it does have higher penetration than regular 45 SCP. And then when you see Snake, I don't know if I can do it here, no. Like handle the rounds and cutscenes, you can see that they're hollow points and stuff like that. There's just so many gun details that are gone. But yeah, the rounds with higher penetration in the actual game, when there's you know, enemies with helmets, if you headshot those guys with a regular round without a lot of penetration, it just bounces off. On higher difficulties, you may need up to 3 headshots to kill somebody because of the helmets. But if you use something like the P90, which has a lot of penetration, or a 5.7, it's just a lot of penetration, then they will go down in 1 hit. That's a gameplay detail. Same with all the difference. This is especially noticeable in Peace Walker, because it's just so very obvious, because it's exaggerated in a way. When you shoot somebody in the leg in Peace Walker, if it's 9mm, they don't stay down. If it's a 45, they stay down. But here, yeah, more or less, when you shoot people in the leg, they react differently. But for example, in MGS4, the only thing that matters is the grade of the gun, the caliber, the penetration, doesn't matter. In MGS4, if you shoot somebody with a grade 1 rifle in the leg, they won't go down. If you use the same exact fucking rifle and caliber, but it's a grade 5 rifle, they'll go down. And depending on anywhere in between, they might just stay down a little bit and then heal themselves, or they might take so much damage that they're slowly dying. All with the same ammunition, which makes no fucking sense. In Peace Walker, or in this game, it depends on the caliber you use. Like, try getting a grade 6 assault rifle in MGS4. You can shoot anybody in the leg, and they'll start doing that thing where they're injured and they're almost dying, and if you wait too long, they'll die. Always. All the fucking time. In this game, or in Peace Walker, if you shoot somebody in the leg, for example in Peace Walker or the M16, of course this is not like 100% real life accurate. And I don't think these guys do it. Whatever, just get any 5.56 rifle. Because these guys are just dummies, it probably doesn't work. But given that it's supposed to have more penetration and, you know, less diameter, of course this doesn't apply all the time in real life, but as far as game mechanics go, it's acceptable that they don't stay down all the time when you shoot them. These guys don't give a fuck. Look at this. This guy just sits there until he dies. Oh yeah. So if you shoot somebody with an M16 in Peace Walker, they tend to need 2 or 3 hits to the leg before they actually start crouching down and getting injured. But if you shoot them in the leg with a 45 handgun, they go down instantly. It's, again, exaggerated in Peace Walker. But I'm just saying it's a game mechanic detail that's there. And then another thing that's really simple, and it's gone, is the fire rate selector. Look at this. The AN94 has its unique 2-shot burst, which is reflected here. and it's weird like action that you can see if I auto aim and turn around, like the front, the muzzle, the way it recoils back. That's a really unique thing to this gun, and particularly the 2-shot burst is made so it's so fucking quick that even when you fire the first shot, the second one is not affected by the recoil of the first one. It shoots the 2 rounds so, I think this is real life like information about this gun. It shoots the 2 rounds so fast that the second one is not affected by the recoil of the first one. So they're both accurate. And that's something that's reflected in the game. Again, unique action, the burst mechanism. Just find me those fucking details in MGS5. Wipe my ass with fake guns in that game. Let's see. Speaking of fake guns, see what this does. Did we get the music here? Yes. Oh. When you first aim the Patriot, that happens. Oh god. Kinda bothers me that it's listed under SMGs though. A rifle caliber SMG. So, a rifle? Whatever. Your definition might vary. And then, what else we have? That's cool. That's kinda sucks I can't show you guys the Divine Wind. I mean, of course, no 2 rounds unless you have like a machine rest and some insane setup. No 2 rounds will ever land in the same spot in real life. And even then, it's kind of insane if that happens. But yes, it's pretty close. Oh yeah, this is, for some reason, this is Ocelot's gun that he uses once in the cutscene where he shoots, I don't know what the fuck he shoots. He shoots something that causes flames to reach Snake's face in Act 3. I don't know. And you get that too, and he gets that in MGO as well. Oh yeah, another detail. This is something that I think, even though this gun is in Peace Walker, Peace Walker couldn't get right because, I guess technology, maybe they forgot, I don't know. But you cannot tactical reload this gun. Tactical reload meaning that if the magazine is a little bit empty, but there's still rounds in there, you can just swap it out and, you know, keep going. That's especially useful for handguns because magazine size. You can't do that with this because the magazine is fixed. The way you reload this is by inserting an actual clip. For once, use the term clip correctly. The stripper clip goes inside the fixed magazine from the top. So you'll see the actual, there you go. Maybe in first person is more obvious. God damn, I want to look down. Whatever. The Snake is just really fucking quick at it. You're supposed to just push the rounds in from the clip because the magazine is fixed. There you go. So that prevents you from just putting an entire fucking clip of... If I try reloading, I guess you guys will have to take my word for it. I'm trying to reload and it's not simply just not reloading until you deplete all the rounds. That's another little detail. Another thing that I like personally is that if you do have something under barrel like this, it's perfect because you have 2 triggers just like you do on your controller. One for the main gun, one for the attachment. So R1 is one trigger, R2 is the second trigger, and that works perfectly. You don't have to switch like you have to do in MGS5 with triangle between them. I think this is much smoother, but whatever. You can just do it instantly. There's so many details or controls that are better. Did I mention that you can use the actual fire selector? Yeah, that's too complicated. So there's 70 something guns in this game, which we really do not need, but at least they all have cool little details about it. This thing is... yeah, whichever way they use of making it silent is also unique. Wow, interesting they call it the Ruger. Actually, they use brand names. Wow, I actually forgot about that. Oh, makes you wonder now. Why don't they have markings? I mean, they can use the name. I just realized that they call it the Ruger. That's interesting. Okay, I believe... I wanted to show you guys though the flintlock, but whatever. I believe that's about it. Just wanted to look at the positive aspects of MGS4. The gun porn, the gun details. Oh yeah, how to properly grip one of these. You put your left hand there. That's another detail. You don't hold the front, but you put it there. Another thing the Snake does. And I guess he would know. This was already a detail in MGS3, but the RPG cannot be fired when you're prone, of course. There's an actual call about that with SIGINT. Okay, they did fuck up with the C4, yet again. Because in every game they tell you, oh, C4 is so stable, it won't detonate if you shoot it. But then again, every single game where there's a C4, it goes off if you shoot it. With the exception being MGS1, but that's because MGS1 didn't even register that you were hitting the C4. So they accidentally got it right in MGS1. Okay, this is not Far Cry 2. I don't think there's backblast. Go play Far Cry 2 if you want that. Let's see. You can't auto-aim with this thing, but yeah, they're right here. Yeah. That would have been really good. That's in Far Cry 2. Another game where they just went for realistic details and then completely forgot about certain things anyway, so that it looks ridiculous. I should have been doing this somewhere in the actual game though. These guys are no fun. Let's see if they even react to this. Yeah, they do. Yay! Yeah, they don't drop any items. And then once they're dead, we switch to the Sorrow, of course. Oh wait, you're not dead. Ah, it doesn't work because they're stupid dummies. That sucks. Yeah, these dummies are not fun. You grow barbed wire out of your leg if you stand